I'm going to show you how to record into Adobe Audition. Now, first up, set yourself up with a multi-track environment. Click on multi-track, open the program, of course. We're going to call it Recording Session. Make sure you've got your sample rate, bit depth set how you wanted it. 48K, 24-bit, all good. Choose a destination. This is the second attempt at this, so number 2. Click OK. Close the mixer. Now we've got our recording session.escsx file. Bring up the multi-track layout. Now the first thing we need to do is select where we want the source for our audio. So we've got to select the microphone input. You can toggle this on and off. This allows you to select the input. So first up, we check the audio hardware. I've got a device called a Complete Audio 6 plugged in, which allows me to accept a microphone, but you can see here, if you have other devices, you could just use the MacBook Pro microphone as your input source, and similarly the MacBook speakers as the output. I'm happy with this input device that I've plugged into my workstation. Now I need to select which channel of that device I'm going to use. So that's channel 1. I've got my microphone plugged into there. So all good. Now I record it, enable the track. One of the things, and I might decide to change it, I forgot, but I've actually by default Adobe Audition will enable first up a stereo track, but you can actually add a mono track. Because I've only got one microphone source, a mono track makes sense. So I'll actually switch over to this mono track. I can name the track here, mic input. And instead of this track record enabled, I'll select the top one and click the input. Check my levels. If I need to, I can adjust the gain setting. You'll notice in Mac, if you do want to go and adjust the gain, you can, if you've got the Mac mic set, you can go into sound, and you'll see with the Mac microphone, you can actually adjust the gain setting here. So if you need to use the Mac mic, that's where you adjust your gain, which will increase the levels going into the system. But because I'm using my Complete Audio, it's got its own gain switch on the box. So well and good. Now I've got the mono source. I can input monitor my microphone. So if I click on this, you'll see it down here in the levels. See, I get my levels. Now I want it to be bouncing down around between -18 and about -6. So that's looking pretty good. Now I'm ready to record. I can take off the input enabled and it will still record. So I click on the red record button down here and off I go. I am now recording into Adobe Audition. Press my space bar and stop. All right, so I can delete the file from my session view, and it still remains here in the files panel. Double click on it. Get rid of that first. Just use the delete key. Can't remember what the tail's like. What did I? So then just fade out the file at the end. Decide whether it's a workable example. Take the fade out, and then I'm going to save it. Save it as. Adobe Audition Promo, that'll do. Click OK, and I've now got my first file edited, and I can go back to my session view and then go back and record my next one. It's that simple.